Shanti.
Om Shanti. Good morning. Good morning, all. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend. It was beautiful and hot here in Florida, but we're still inside, so it's nice and cool. And we have a lot to talk about this morning. Actually, the first thing I want to tell you, it was so beautiful in our lesson. You know, every morning we get a lesson. It's called a Merle. And in our lesson today, see, I have my flower here. It's not real, but you all can take a fake flower too and focus on it, because God called us flowers in His garden. Isn't that a beautiful thing? We are all flowers in God's garden. What a wonderful thought to give us. And He also said we have 3 things that we have to think about. 3 powers, 3 situations, 3 things that He wants us to remember always. The first one is keep healthy. Keep wealthy is the second one. And stay happy. We can do that. We can do all those things. Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and if you don't have the money in your hand, it's okay, you're wealthy, because you have all of God's treasures from His treasure store. So sometimes what I do is I take an artificial flower, and if I'm lucky enough to have a real one, I focus on it when I meditate. And it gives me a straight, clear focus. But I want you to remember, you are all flowers in God's garden. Isn't that wonderful? Stay healthy, stay wealthy, and be happy. Om Shanti. So today we're talking about hope, healing others' personal energy. First of all, we have to understand, what is hope? Hope is a way that we can feel there's something ahead of us, something much better than what's happening now. And we know, and our teacher Veronica said this morning, that in quantum physics, they say that there is all this good in the universe. And in the universe, there is beautiful things going to happen, and it's all coming our way. It's out there. It's there. It doesn't have to come. It's there. We just have to tap into it. That beautiful feeling that all is well and all will be well. Now, that's the hope that I have. But I was thinking, and hope is my word. It's a 4-letter word. It's in pictures. It's in plaques. It's in everything you possibly can think of in this house. Because every time our children send something to me, it says hope. It says hope, because that's my word. I keep that strong in my consciousness. I keep the power of hope and faith very strong in my consciousness, because that's the way we are going to get through all of this. Now, let's think about how we, as teachers, because we're all teachers and we're all light. We're all light and we're all flowers in the garden, in God's garden. So how can we give hope to the hopeless people in the world? First of all, you have to realize you're a tiny point of light. You're the tiniest point of light, just like the Supreme Being, like God. And with that light, you can use it to shine all over the world. You can shine your hopefulness to people who are hopeless. Realize that. You can do it. Take a few minutes every day and sit quietly in meditation, in silence. And silence just isn't silence. In silence is where you get all your answers, where you get all of your problems solved, because in silence it comes to you, to the light that you are. So hope, healing others, personal energy. Now, how many of you, and I know you can't talk back to me, but you could say yes or no, how many of you have found that your energy is wilting a little bit, like a flower that's kind of dying on the stem? How many of you seen that your energy is going down a little bit? Well, you can heal that. The body is an amazing thing. We can heal anything in our body and in our mind with the power of love. Love is the answer to healing everything in our lives, in our families' lives, and even in the world. If more people would have that hope and faith that they can heal any of the problems that they themselves have, and the way to heal that is with love. Love is the answer. Remember a song from years ago? It was, "Love is the answer." That's the answer to healing your energy. So if some mornings you wake up and you're not exactly like you'd like to be, full of jump up and jump around, sit quietly. Sit quietly in silence. Get to that space, that sacred space in your heart and in your soul. Connect with God and bring all of His powers to you. His energy, His peacefulness, His love, His understanding. And you will see that you can do anything with the power of hope. Hope, hope, hope. A short word, H-O-P-E. And I would show you plaques that I have and things that I have here, but they'd be backwards because I'm looking into the camera and you're looking at me. But you all understand, healing others, personal energy. Energy, energy. Energy first comes from the light you are, from the quietness of peace that you are, and the beauty of the love that you carry within. Let's listen to a meditation by one of our top yogis. Let's listen to this, and I think that you'll understand she's bringing us a message of hope. Om Shanti.
Have you counted them? Or have you started counting the opportunities that you're receiving? Because every cloud does have a silver lining. And the virus seems to have given us an opportunity just to slow down, just to see what is happening in terms of nature around us, to see what is the impact we are having on other people and the world around. Maybe it's also an opportunity to go on an inner journey, It's an opportunity to see what's going on in my own heart, whether the body is sick or whether it's in silence and quarantine, whether it's still active and engaged in things that I can still do. Whatever situation it is I may be in, I think the message of the particular times that we're in is I need to care for the inner being. Am I keeping the inner being well and strong and healthy and resilient? And if I do that, then definitely that also has an impact on my physical chariot. There's no question about that. But I think the situation is one that's telling us that this is what we need to do. Go on that inner journey. And in that journey within, yes, there's a dialogue with myself, but there's also a dialogue I have with the one above. In silence, I'm able to connect, and I experience God's love, God's light, God's protection, and most of all, God's power when I need to be stable and calm in situations that I've never had to deal with before. I need an inner power that's going to give me the capacity to deal with all of those things. There's a lovely expression we use, being able to catch the message that's coming to me from the Supreme, and to have an intellect that's clean and clear enough to be able to understand that message. Do I have the capacity to listen and also catch the signals so that I know what it is I need to do for myself and for others around me? It's a time to appreciate my family, the ones who are closest to me, where I live, and I don't always give time to that. And now I can give time to that. But it's also time to connect with my bigger family, the family that's around me in the globe, in the world. Can I send out God's light to all those in need? And it might be different situations of need. It might be in terms of health resources. It might be in terms of wealth resources. It might be in terms of food and water, whatever it may be. But can I share God's light with them so that the resources that they need come to them? I can't reach everybody personally, but I can send them God's love so that their heart is filled with that abundance and compassion and generosity, so that whatever needs to happen to carry the human family forward, be able to support each other and cooperate in that. Experience God's love with just a moment of silence. Any awareness of the inner being, I connect with the divine. And from the supreme light, I draw the light of love, the light of truth, of purity, of compassion. And I send out these vibrations to all.
Om Shanti, Sister Janti. That's what I was explaining to you. We have to send our light, our love that we are filled with. And if some days you're not feeling as well as you would like to feel, some days you probably, because we all do, feel like, whenever is this going to end? Sometimes maybe you feel hopeless. But the way to get rid of any of those feelings is to remember God's light and God's love. and that you are love, and you have the power within you to send that love that you are straight out to everybody you know close to you, and to the world, the planet, and every place you possibly could think of, to the animals, to the flowers, to the plants. We must be the light, and we must be the change that we wish to see in the world. You know, it's an interesting little story, and I want to share it with you. I read it last night and I liked it so much I wanted to share it this morning. There were two Zen masters walking along outside, and one was the master and one was his student. And they were walking and they came up to a riverbank, and across that riverbank they saw a young woman standing there thinking, how could she possibly get across that river? Would she be able to cross it? She wasn't sure, and she was afraid. So the Zen master went over, picked up the woman, and carried her across through the water to the other side. And then the student came along. The Zen master put the lady down on the bank of the river, and they kept walking. And the student looked at him, and he looked at him for a long time, and he said, "Master, I don't understand. We are not supposed to touch women. We're not, but you picked up that lady and carried her across the water and set her down." The master looked at his student. He said, "You see, I forgot all about that already. It's in the past. I picked her up, I put her down on the other side of the water. But you're carrying that worrisome thought with you, and you're keeping it inside your heart." So the student looked up at the master and said, "I understand. I understand. Namaste." You see, we all do that. We all carry around burdens that are on our back. We all carry around the burdens of the past, not knowing what our future will bring, but we think about the past way too often. And what this does is it lowers your energy level, your own personal energy level, because you think about all the things that perhaps you did right, but then the worst is that you think about the things you possibly didn't do correctly. You can't carry around all of those burdens of the past. They don't do you any good. All they're doing is harming your own energy and your own supply of love. So remember that as we venture out into this world, although, as I said, and I've said it for the last several weeks, I don't believe that things should have been opened so soon, but that's just my personal opinion. I think we are better off following the guidelines, staying at home when we can, and doing whatever we can to follow the guidelines of the World Health Organization and the doctors that tell us, stay home. If you don't need to go out, stay home where you're in safety. Stay home and do what you have to do for now. This may go on. This may get worse. And as I said in the beginning, the quantum universe out there is all beautiful and new and wonderful, and it's ready for us when we're ready. So we keep the positivity that we have in our hearts. We keep that positivity, and that raises our energy level to the highest. So when we do that, we have the greatest gift of all, and that's a world of hope, a world of peace, a world of love. These are treasures that we're filled with. These are treasures that we can use to send to the people in the world that are suffering. We're not suffering. Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food to eat? Do you have clothes to wear? Well, all of these, all the souls in the world do not have. We have them, so we are hopeful. We have them, so we are happy. Are you well? Are you feeling good for the most part? Well, then you have the treasures of love and hope in your heart. And so don't think about what you did in the past. It's gone, it's over with. And it should be a lesson. The past is a lesson for us. If we remember things that we did and we didn't think they were the best, that was a lesson not to do it again. That was a lesson to stay in the love and peace and energy from God to your heart and to your soul. So let's listen. I recorded a wonderful meditation last night also, and we have the Brahma Kumaris have classes on YouTube. You can look them up. They're called 21 Master Classes by our top yogis all over the world. And this particular one, I would like you to listen to now, because I think that you're going to understand even more of what I'm telling you. This is Sister Denise, and I want to
center yourself and just feel the energy of your being throughout your body. And then draw that energy to a focused point through your heart up into the center of the forehead. And just feel yourself connected to your being. And as you do that, feel the energy intensifying. You're concentrated on your being. You feel light. You are illuminated from the inside. And then allow yourself to withdraw from sense perception. See with your inner eye the inner world, and in that you have contact with a dimension of light, and in that dimension of light there is a source, a presence, a beautiful energy, so bright, so powerful, peaceful. And you can feel these waves of love reaching you from that light, and just going deep inside every part of your being, feel extraordinary, comfortable. Just hold yourself steady, receiving, absorbing, and then let it radiate forth from you. It will go where it has to go. You're steady, concentrated, comfortable, and it is flowing from above, flowing through you and reaching all around the world like a great river of light, radiating, flowing, moving, pulsating. You are filled with that light, glowing. You hold it steady, and it's just moving through you. You feel, and this is what it's like to be. Then gently let yourself return back to the everyday world. Reconnect with your body, the place where you are, and still keep connected with that energy that is still there. As you go about your day, your relationships, doing what you have to do. And let yourself really know that I am more than just this body. That spirit within is real. And this is my doorway to that divine source. Om Shanti. That means I am at peace. I am a being of peace. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Beautiful. I love that. Remember, just go on YouTube, type in Brahma Kumari's 21 Masterclass. You'll hear some wonderful yogis who are doing this just to show the lights to the world. And this is what we have to do. We have so much to share. And each one of you, whether you're a BK, a Brahma Kumari, or not, you're a soul filled with light and love and happiness. And you must never, never, never give up what you have. Only share it, not give it up. Fill yourself with the peace and the love that you are. And remember to keep that in your heart. And to keep all of the feelings of joy in your heart. And this is a wonderful little meditation by Sister Jenna. And every day, Sister Jenna is on 8:30 in the morning from Washington, D.C., from the Meditation Museum. 8:30 for 15 minutes. She calls it her wishes, her spiritual vaccine for the day. And I took one and I'd like you to listen.
As I sit here in quiet reflection, I'm reminded how my thoughts create my reality. I've accepted that I am what I am because of what I think. So what if for this moment I choose to let go of my various attachments to physical forms that have limited my potential and my capacity? What if I chose to be free from limitations of thinking? So just for a little while, I invite you to take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And imagine for a moment, what if I no longer had an attachment to my name? How would that feel? What if I let go of the awareness of the gender? What if I let go of the roles that I play, the titles that I own? What if I decided to release thinking of myself as a religion, a language, a nationality, what if I choose to just let go of the name, gender, role, title, religion, language, nationality, and let go of the awareness of the body? How would I feel? Who would think of me in this awareness? And who would I think of? I would think of God. And God's remembrance would fall on me. And I, the living soul, would be completely free. Let me just sit in this moment for a little longer. And just be free. Now gently bring back the awareness of your gender, language, nationality, title, role, name, religion, whatever. Bring it back to your awareness and see if you can bring the experience of freedom and peace as you go out into the world and play your various parts. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. And to each and every one of you out there, you know I love you. And I say Om Shanti to each and every one of you. Now, that was again Sister Jenna. Every day at 8:30 in the morning till 8:45, she's on Meditation Museum. And at 6:30 every night, she gives the spiritual vaccine to put life and love and hope back into your hearts. Now, she mentioned that we all are playing our parts, and I wanted to expound on that for a minute. This is a world stage, the drama of the world stage, and each one of us is playing our own very own part. So if you meet someone that's different from you, they're playing their part perfectly. If you meet someone that you're not really liking to be around, realizing that they are playing their part perfectly. That's what they're doing. Each and every one of us has a part to play, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's... we can't be judgmental. People in glass houses, and I feel that's how we live, we must not be judgmental of others. They are all playing their parts as best as they know how. And we should be doing the very same thing. We should be sending, because I know every one of you, and we have 5 countries listening to us: Israel, Mexico, Canada, Germany, where else am I thinking of? Chile. We have 5 countries listening to us today. Isn't that a wonderful thing? And to every person in those countries, they're all the same as you and me. We're all souls trying to do our very best every day, trying to do what we can to help this world be a better place. And we can do that. We can. It's not as hard as it seems. By me being the change that I want to see in the world, that's how the change comes about. In fact, I have a meditation about that too, and I think it's a good one. I think it's a very good one, and I want you to understand, if we can be that change, then the world will change, because there's hundreds and thousands and millions of people meditating all over the world, and each one of them is doing their part to send light and love. So let's us...
We hear it over and over from investors.
I don't want
wish I had bought Amazon or Netflix when they were first...
Okay. Now we can listen.
One thing you should always keep in mind: if you want people to change, you must first change yourself. You have to lead by example. You see, that's the key. You have to be the change that you wish to see. You got to be the change you wish to see. There is no combination to the lock, so here's the key. You got to be the change you wish to see in this world. Yeah, I got to be the change I wish to see. There is no combination to the lock, but here's the key. I got to be the change I wish to see in this world. Yeah, a lot of people on this earth expect change in others, but they're never willing to change themselves first. And that's a problem if you think about it. You can't control what people do, and that's why you got to be about it. Be the change that you wish to see. Set an example that shows how you want them to be. Like if you want them to be better, then you must be better too. Inspire the world with the power that's inside of you. Don't try to tell people how they need to be. It's up to you to be that person. Better believe it, that's the way it all works in this world that we live in. We always want things, but what do we all give in, huh? This is food for thought. Might not be what you saw, but still I pray that you find your way. The time is now if you're open and you're willing to change. I don't know
gotta be the change. Did that surprise you? A little rap music. Well, we know our kids and all the younger people love that, but I love that song because every word of it is true. We have to be the change we wish to see. And once we change, the world will change. And every single person listening today can do that. You can do that. Every single one of you. In life, we all have our sadness. We all have our losses. We all have the things that can make us sad. But remember, we still have faith and hope. Hope, once Veronica, our teacher, said, hope means that there's a possibility of something good happening. But faith means it will happen because you have the deep faith and the love and the power of the Supreme. That is what you have, and you can share that. You don't have to be negative. When you start to feel a little bit of negativity in your mind, just let it come in and let it go. That's the only way to get through these turbulent times. And you know what? Actually, these times are a lesson. These times, this pandemic, when you look at it from the side of good, and probably nobody ever thought there's any good in this, certainly not in all the tragedies of lives lost. But the other side is that it's given us a chance to clear out the world. It's given us a chance to get rid of all the negativity, the carbon thing being out in the world. We're driving less, so there's less carbon emissions. We see the plants are flourishing, animals are flourishing. It's clearing the world, and it was time the world needed to be changed and clarity come upon us. Now again, the sadness that I feel for the families that have lost people to this terrible illness, this disease, is the truth for all of us. But we must focus on the positivity, which is this too shall pass. My dear father, who's an angel now, he always said that. That was one of the favorite things that he said. If you're suffering, if you see a family member suffering, use your energy to give them light and love, and this too shall pass. There is a world out there waiting for us with beautiful things, with thoughts of love, with peace, with happiness, with gratitude. How many days do all of you get up and say, thank you, dear God, or Allah, or whoever you believe in, your higher power. Thank you for another day. Thank you for another day. And as I said before, we have a roof over our head, we have food in our house, we have clothing to wear. So many people are not in those circumstances. And when your awareness becomes true and you understand those circumstances, that so many people are thinking that they don't have it, they would like to. So by our sending the love and peace, we can be stable in these times. And let's listen to this meditation. I promise you no more hip-hop. I thought I'd surprise you with that. But let's listen to this just for a moment, and we can understand that we have to heal ourselves and the world. Healing ourselves and the world.
Hello, everyone. I'm coming directly to you for ask a quick favor.
Commercials because this is YouTube.
That I am a spiritual being.
Wait, let's get it from the beginning. Okay.
When the world becomes dark and situations become immensely challenging, I can always bring positivity to those situations by spending more time going into my inner sanctuary. I take a few moments now to go within, away from being so caught up in the physical. And I take time to remember that I am a spiritual being having a human experience. And when the human experience becomes unpleasant, there is an inner sanctuary in my mind, a place of stillness, a place of deep peace. And if I can just let go of thinking about the situations around me, I can enter that sanctuary. In this place, it's very easy to begin to open to the presence of the divine, the ocean of peace, the ocean of comfort. Just like when I step into the sunlight, I can feel it all around. When I step away from the darkness of negative situations, and when I step into the inner sanctuary of peace in my mind, I too can open to this beautiful energy. And magically, I will find that the time I spend nurturing the soul and spending time with my real self actually transforms the negative situations. That peace colors the world around me. With the qualities of the soul. And I find that I have the power to manage my life. I find that I have the strength to endure, but also the strength to transform my world and make it beautiful just by experiencing the peace of my eternal being. This allows me to bring positivity to any negative situation.
Om Shanti. Om, I am Shanti. Peace, I choose to live in peace. I am peace. Well, I'm looking at the clock and I see last week we did a little Tai Chi, something a little different. And I thought we'd do it again this week so that we can really have a nice little meditation with a little bit of beautiful, beautiful music. And I have to get the music first here. And let's do this so that we can...
The $10 founded father without a father got a lot farther.
Without the commercial. Wish I could learn how to do that without the commercial. Okay, we're gonna do a little Tai Chi, so let me move this. Okay, stand up everybody. Come on. Stand up, bend your knees just a little. Stretch out. Go down as far as you can. Don't do what you can't do. To the side, one side. To the other side. Now, take your imaginary world into your hands. This is the globe of the earth. Let's turn it, and send loving wishes and wishes of peace and caring to the world. Come, share with me. Carry that globe. Carry it here. Carry it here. We have the power to use our energy and our positivity to send light and love to our planet. Here it is. It's in our hands. We have the power, the light, and the love within us. Hold it up. That's us. That's the power and the energy. One more time. Hold that imaginary globe of the earth. Send it through your mind, through your soul, through your heart. Send the light and love of peace to this earth. Hold it. Bring it forward again. The side, in front, and up. Now, give yourself a big hug. Take a deep breath. Namaste. Mateo, I know you're listening. I wish you were here. Namaste. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Did we all like that? Well, last week they said they liked it, so I thought we'll do it again. We'll do it again. I see Isabel. Oh, Isabel, your dancing would have been wonderful for us to just do. But maybe one day you'll be here and we'll all share your beautiful dancing. I wanted to tell you also about a group They're called Desert Rose, and I'm going to play one of their songs. Desert Rose is a group from South Africa. They are wonderful. They're a spiritual group. If you look them up on YouTube, you'll be able to see who they are and what kind of music they play. Well, they're doing a live concert on the computer on Saturday. There's a small charge for all the mechanisms to send it the world over. It's $7 a ticket, and the money goes, it will tell you there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post, and Roz probably will do the same, going to post a flyer so you'll know all about Desert Rose. But I want you to hear one of their songs, because I think they're wonderful, and many of you will remember we used this song for Raki last year, and that's Desert Rose on the 27th, which is Saturday in the evening. They're having a concert online, and you'll all be able to do it and meditate with them. They're absolutely wonderful, but I want you to listen to this. Oops.
Laxity or sagging is
Something
the number one
happened
skincare
here.
concern
Okay.
among women.
Sorry. Touch something.
ومنك السلام وإليك يعود السلام فحينا ربنا بالسلام.
Oh, Shanti. That's Desert Rose, and I'm sure Roswell and I will put up the flyer for their concert live on Saturday night. They are wonderful. As you can hear, they do spiritual music, and it just gets into your heart and into your soul. Well, we've gone, are we going to go another hour? It's okay with me. I love being here with you. I love having you with me. As we started out this morning, thinking about this, what God told us, we are all flowers in His garden. We are spiritual flowers. And we take that love and that positivity and that hope and that faith that God gives to us and shares with us, and we send it out from our own deep spiritual place. We send it out with loving kindness to the world. So I say, so long until next week. Om Shanti, may your angels be watching over you. You know I love you all, and I love being with you. So Om Shanti, may you always have God's hand in yours to lead you with love and peace. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Om Shanti. So long.